Okay, scholars, in this module, we're going to talk about the basics of fractions. We're going to start with the parts of the fraction. The top part of the fraction is called the numerator. And the bottom of a fraction is called the denominator. And we want to know that all numbers that can be written as a fraction are called rational numbers. So that's a definition. All numbers that can be written as a fraction are called rational numbers. When we say a fraction is in simplest form, it means that a fraction, it's a fraction that cannot be simplified. It cannot be simplified any further. You have it in lowest terms. So let's do one or two of these examples. To write a fraction in simplest form, you find the greatest common factor that goes into both, and you divide. So the greatest common factor is the largest number that goes into the fraction in question. Let's look at this number 1. The largest number that goes into both of these numbers is 4. So we're going to divide the numerator and the denominator by 4, and we get 2/5. And that is a fraction in simplest form. Now let's look at number 2. Number 2, the greatest number that goes into both 6 and 18 is 6. And when we simplify that, we get negative 1/3. Do not forget the negative sign here. Okay? Now, let's move. We're going to leave the rest of those for you. Let's move down to improper form. Improper form is a fraction in which the numerator is larger than the denominator. And the next definition is mixed number, and that is a number and a proper fraction. All right? So how do we simplify improper fractions and turn them into mixed numbers? Well, let's look at number 10. So a fraction really is division. Let's make that note. A fraction is really division. It really means to divide. So if we divide 6 into 19, let's use our factors. 6 goes into 19 3 times. 3 times 6 is 18, leaving 1 remaining. So your whole number in your mixed number, your whole number is going to be 3. And you take what you have left over and put it over the divisor. So that's going to be 3 and 1/6. Okay? Let's try number 11. Number 11 says negative 26 over 3. So we're going to say, we'll leave the negative sign off for the moment. 3 goes into 26 8 times. 8 times 3 is 24. When we subtract, we get 2. So 8 is our whole number, and our fraction is 2/3. You put what's remaining over the divisor. So and now we have to add the negative back. So don't forget about that. So the mixed number for this is negative 8 and 2/3. Now, for number 16, it says to write it as an improper fraction. So now we're going to go back the other way. So we're going to multiply the denominator and the whole number. And then we're going to add the numerator. Add that. So 3 times 5 is 15. Plus 1 is 16. And then you put this number over the denominator. So that's going to be 16 over 5. Let's try another one. 3 times 7 is 21. 3 times 7 is 21. 21 plus 2 is 23. So that's going to be 23 over 3. Okay, scholars, and that's it for this particular lesson. Please finish the rest of the problems on your own. Make sure to take a picture of your notes and submit them. This will go on page 101 in your interactive notebook. All right, and we'll see you next time.